Alrighty, everybody, we are back here with TEW9, the January 2021 save from Land XX. We are here with Disney Wrestling Entertainment on Tuesday Night Titans. So we'll take a quick look at what we had last week. So we started off our pre-show with Mike Bennett winning a Battle Royal, FTR defeating Myers and Cardona, Jay Lethal defeating Dragon Lee, Sammy Guevara, Will Ospreay, Ace Austin, and Zack Sabre Jr. in a ladder match to win the DWE Light Heavyweight Championship. Then we saw Carlito defeat Eric Young and Orange Cassidy to become the World Television Champion. Britt Baker won a 10 women Battle Royal to become the Women's Champion. The Good Brothers defeated the Young Bucks to win the World Tag Titles, and in a surprise, Nick Aldis defeated Pac, Miro, and Stu Bennett to become the World's Champion. So, I will be right back after I am done booking the show, and we'll kick everything off. Alright, everybody, so we are back with the whole show booked. Let's jump right into things, starting off with in a pre-show bout that had decent wrestling but non-existent heat, Chris Mordetsky defeated Tyler Bate in 10 minutes and 16 seconds by pinfall with the Master Lock Slam. The crowd is expectant and simmering. The wrestling rating was a 67. The crowd rating was a 23. The segment got a 61. I mean, kind of a lot better than I thought it was going to be honest. Chris did a lot better than I thought, too. Chris Mordetsky had an in-ring performance of 66. Tyler Bate had an in-ring performance of 68. The Chris Mordetsky creative finish was a complete failure. So let's head off to our next pre-show match, which is a lot better. In a pre-show bout that had decent wrestling but little heat, Deonna Purrazzo and Toni Storm defeated Casey Catanzaro and Kyrie Hogan in 10 minutes and 29 seconds when Toni pinned Casey with a strong 0. The crowd is expectant and simmering. The wrestling rating was a 65. The crowd rating was a 37, and the segment got a 73. Toni Storm had an in-ring performance of 54. Deonna Purrazzo had a 78. Kyrie Hogan had a 77. And Casey had a 51. So Toni debuted her fan favorite and it got adequate. Casey debuted her old school heel gimmick and it got an awful. And Mike Chioda debuted his staff member, which got an awful as well. So let's head to our last pre-show match. In a pre-show bout that had decent wrestling but non-existent crowd heat, Matt Sydal defeated Jacob Fatu in 11 minutes and 36 seconds by pinfall with a corkscrew moonsault. The wrestling rating was a 67. The crowd rating was a 32. The segment was a 72. Matt Sydal had a 57. Jacob had a 77, and he lost. I didn't put any winners. I just let these matches go on by themselves, the pre-show ones. And Jacob Fatu debuted his badass gimmick, and it got an initial rating of very good, so that's not too bad. So let's head into our first promo of the night, which is Jim Cornette and Kevin Kelly just giving us a rundown of what we're going to see on tonight's show. And I got a 35. That was horrible, so I will never do this again. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tuesday Night Titans. Tonight's lineup is absolutely loaded with action that you will not want to miss. And Jim, let's kick things off tonight with a 6-man tag team match. It'll be the Rascals and Dragon Lee taking on ABC and Ace Austin Aries. We'll also see a little later tonight, FTR will take on Eddie and Orlando Colon, as well as CM Punk will have his first match here tonight. So, let's skip this and let's never look back on this ever again. This was just horrendous. God, I thought it would have been so much better. So the color commentary lifted it and everything. It was a poor way to start it, and it cooled the crowd, so that just killed everything. Hopefully, the rest of the show could pick it up. And it did. And a bout that had good wrestling but non-existent crowd heat, Austin Aries and ABC defeated Dragon Lee and the Rascals in 10 minutes and 2 seconds when Chris Bay pinned Trey Miguel with the Triple C after Shane Douglas interfered. The match was designed to have high spots. The crowd at the end is warming up. The wrestling rating was a 74. The crowd rating was a 33. And the segment got an 81. So that's fantastic and exactly what we needed there. So Dragon Lee had an in-ring performance of 82. Trey Miguel had a 77. Desmond Xavier had an 81. Chris Bay had a 64. Austin Aries had a 72, and Ace Austin had a 71. So Austin Aries debuted his egomaniac gimmick and got it very good. Chris Bay debuted his cocky gimmick and got an adequate, and Shane Douglas debuted his franchise player gimmick and it got an initial rating of poor. Austin Aries was really off his game, and the match was poorly placed. A high spots based match really needs a crowd who are buzzing. So we're definitely gonna have to change things up the way we run the shows now. Um, Probably won't have Jim Cornette and Kevin Kelly do the runoffs anymore. So let's head to our next segment, which is a promo. It's got a 57, so we're gonna have to script him for now on. Last week I shocked the world. People doubted, they questioned, they wondered if I still had it in me. And in one night I proved to everybody, including myself, that I am exactly who I say I am. A champion, a leader, and the man who deserves to stand at the very top of this business. This title isn't just a piece of gold, it's a symbol of everything I've fought for. Every ounce of sweat, sacrifice, and struggle that's brought me here. It's a testament to the hard work, the determination, and the relentless drive that's been the backbone of my career. Holding this DWE World Championship means more to me than words can say because it represents everything I believe wrestling should be: excellence, respect, and legacy. You see, being a champion isn't just about standing here with a belt over my shoulder. It's about the responsibility of leading this company, of setting the standard for everyone in that locker room. It's about proving night after night that I am the best this sport has to offer. And for every single one of you who believed in me, who supported me, this championship is as much yours as it is mine. But make no mistake, I know what it means to wear this title. And I know that every man in that locker room has their sights set on me now. That every competitor is lining up thinking they have what it takes to take this from me. But here's the reality. It I didn't come this far, work this hard, and push myself to these limits to let anyone take this title away from me. So to anyone out there thinking they're ready to step up, just know you're not stepping into the ring with any ordinary champion. You're stepping into the ring with a man who defines this championship, who fights every day to stay at the top. And as long as there's fight in me, this title stays right here. Last week I made history to every challenger out there. Get ready because I'm not done yet. The era of Nick Aldis has just begun. So let's head to our next match, which got a 79. So it was a little worse than I thought. In a wild brawl that had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd, Matt Cardona defeated Nick Gage in 7 minutes and 50 seconds with the Rough Rider. The crowd is simmering. The wrestling rating was a 79. The crowd rating was a 52, and the segment rating was a 79. Matt Cardona had an in-ring performance of 85. Nick Gage had a 72. So let's head off to our next promo, which is Allison Kay and Britt Baker talking about their upcoming tag team match. Got a 56. But Allison Kay debuted her arrogant heel gimmick and it got an initial rating of very good, so that's fantastic. So this week it's me and Allison against Crazy Marie Dobson and Rosemary, two of the most unpredictable, wild, and let's be honest, downright creepy women in this business. But here's the thing, you can bring all the mind games, all the face paint, and all the creepy vibes you want because at the end of the day, we're here to win, not to be scared. Exactly. Dobson and Rosemary, you want to play monsters? Fine. But monsters fall just like anybody else when they step into the ring with two of the most dangerous women in the DWE. And that's exactly what we are. Britt is the best damn dentist wrestler there is. And I'm here to show that all the spooky stuff doesn't phase us for 1 second. That's right, Allison. See, Dobson, Rosemary, you might think you've got the edge because you're crazy and mysterious. But this isn't a horror show. It's a wrestling match, and while you're busy trying to scare us, we're busy planning exactly how we're going to walk out of the ring with our hands raised. You might you want to make it a fight good because we're more than ready. So bring it on, ladies. Step into the ring with us. Try your mind games, bring your wild side, and just know when you're staring down Britt Baker and Allison Kay, there's only one ending to this match, and it's with us standing tall. Crazy Marie, Rosemary, you may bring the darkness, but we bring the skill, the strength, and the fight. See you in the ring. So Britt Baker clearly enjoyed having the freedom to go off script, so definitely keep that going. Let's head to our next match. It's got a 79 as well. And about that had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. FTR defeated the Colognes in 12 minutes and 47 seconds when Dax Harwood pinned Orlando Colon with the Shatter Machine. The crowd is hot and rising. The wrestling rating had a 73. The crowd rating was a 56. And the segment got a 79. So Dax Harwood got a 77. Cash Wheeler had a 69. Orlando and Eddie both had 73s. Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood showed excellent chemistry teaming together, and Eddie and Orlando had great chemistry teaming together. This match got the crowd hotter. So let's head off to our next promo, which I'm hoping is going to be fantastic. Boy, that sucked. I should have just had a non-speaking role. So the crowd is at least a white hot, and it's Ric Flair debuted his legend gimmick, and it got it very good. And Gigi Dolan has debuted her gypsy gimmick, and it got a poor. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at the greatest mind in this business, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. And tonight, I have the honor, the pleasure, and the privilege of introducing you to my newest client, a woman with all the talent, all the attitude, and the drive to dominate DWE. She's not just another competitor, she's the future of this division, and the one and only Gigi Dolan. Gigi Dolan isn't here to play by anyone else's rules. She's here to rewrite the rulebook, make her own path, and take on every single challenge this roster has to throw at her. This woman has got the look, the style, and that fire that you just don't see every day. And with the Nature Boy in her corner, there's no one in DWE who can stop her. Let me make this clear to everybody back there. Gigi Dolan isn't just here to participate, she's here to dominate. She's got the killer instinct, the raw talent, and the hunger that champions are made of. This is the future of DWE right here. Thanks, Rick. And to everyone out there, I hope you're ready because I'm not here to just make friends or play nice. I'm here to climb straight to the top and take every opportunity to show everyone why they should be talking about me. With the greatest of all time in my corner, there's nothing stopping me from becoming the most talked about, most dominant force in DWE. Woo! Gigi Dolan, folks, the next big thing. Remember the name? Because this is the beginning of a new era. And we're just getting started. Woo! So, let's head to our next match. which got a 90. That is fantastic. In a bout that had superb wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd, the Young Bucks defeated the Lucha Brothers in 16 minutes and 20 seconds when Nick Jackson pinned Penta LZOM with the Meltzer driver. The match was designed so that the wrestlers could go out and try to steal the show. So the crowd at the end is very hot. The wrestling rating was a 91. The crowd rating was a 68, and the segment got a 90. Penta had an 89. Phoenix had a 94. Nick had a 98. Matt had an 84. Phoenix debuted his classic Technico gimmick, and it got a very good. And the same with Penta, and it got a very good. So Phoenix and Penta had great chemistry when teaming together. They also got a special tag team specialist bonus. Uh, the same with Matt and Nick, they did the same. So the match deserved better commentary and color commentary. The match got the crowd buzzing, and Nick Jackson's getting better at his gimmick. So let's head off to our next promo. And it got a 63. So apparently, JD can't go off. Struggled when going off script. JD McDonough debuted his cocky gimmick, and it got a great. Part 1 had a 59, and Part 2 had a 60. This right here is the DWE Light Heavyweight Championship. This isn't just a belt. This is a symbol. It's proof that all the years, all the grind, all the blood, sweat, and sacrifice were worth it. Because as of right now, you're looking at the first ever DWE Light Heavyweight Champion. And I know this title means something special. It's about bringing the best in the world together and pushing the limits, about respecting what this business is all about. So I promise each and every one of you, I'm going to be a fighting champion. Anyone who thinks they can stand toe-to-toe with the best in the world, step right up. Whoa, 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 JJJ. Congratulations. Really. You did it. You're the first DWE Light Heavyweight Champion. But don't get too comfortable, because holding that belt, that paints a giant target on your back. And it just so happens I'm aiming right for it. See, I don't just want to be a part of this division. I want to own it. And the fastest way to do that, taking that shiny new belt right off your shoulder and putting it around my waist. So let me get this straight, McDonough. You think you can just walk in here, throw out a challenge, and I'm supposed to be intimidated? Please. If you want a shot at this title, all you gotta do is step into the ring and prove you got what it takes. Oh, I intend to, Jay. And when I beat you, I'll be the one holding the title up, and you'll be left wondering where you went wrong. You're the champ now, but after our match, you're gonna be just another guy I left in the dust. All right, McDonough, you want a shot? You're on. Just remember one thing. You're stepping into the ring with the best, and when I'm done with you, you'll know exactly why they call me the champion. So I was really hoping for a better promo. All the promos side have kind of been horrible. So I'm going to have to relook at everything and see what we can do to get better promos like last week. So let's hop into the tag team match with the women. So in a bout that had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd, Britt Baker and Allison Kay defeated Rosemary and Crazy Marie Dobson in 7 minutes and 58 seconds when Allison Kay pinned Rosemary with a cutthroat. The crowd at the end is simmering down. The wrestling rating was a 74. The crowd rating was a 53. The segment rating was an 80. Crazy Marie had a 76. Rosemary had a 79. Allison Kay had a 68. And Britt Baker had a 75. As planned, the match brought the fans back down a little bit. So let's head to our next promo. It's got a 69 too. Holy smokes. Last week, the Good Brothers took the DWE World Tag Team Championships, and yeah, They won fair and square, but here's the thing. We don't believe in just walking away after one loss. When you're the Young Bucks, every loss lights a fire. Every setback is fuel. So Carl, Luke, this isn't over. We want a rematch. Good brothers, you've got those belts around your waist right now. But let's be real. Those titles belong to the best in the business. And that's exactly who we are. You might have gotten the upper hand once, but everybody knows lightning doesn't strike twice. We're not backing down. We're not stepping aside. We're stepping up and taking back what's ours. You say you're the best tag team in DWE? Prove it. Step back into the ring with us. We'll bring every ounce of what we've got, every trick, every risk, every move that put us at the top. Because when we meet again, it's not going to end with your arms raised. It's going to end with you staring at the lights, wondering what hit you. So what's it going to be, good brothers? Are you ready to run it back? Ready to put those belts on the line one more time? Because the Young Bucks are here, and we're ready to take back the gold. All you've got to do is accept. Good brothers, the ball's in your court. You say you're fighting champions? Prove it. Meet us in the ring. Put those titles on the line, and let's show the world who the real champions of DWE are. So, it's not a half-bad promo. The performance of Nick Jackson was good. Nick Jackson improvised well throughout the segment. The angle got the crowd hotter. I don't understand how. And Matt Jackson is getting better at his gimmick. So, let's head off to our last promo of the night. It's got a 75, so it's not too bad. CM Punk improvised well throughout the segment, and CM Punk is getting better at his straight edge gimmick. Jon Moxley, the guy just couldn't help himself, could he? He ran his mouth, he called me out, and now he's about to find out why. That was the worst mistake he could ever make. See, I don't need to throw myself into the middle of every fight to prove something. I let my work in this ring do the talking, but Moxley, he couldn't wait. He just had to try and test me to see if I'm really the best in the world. And now he's going to get his answer. You wanted this, Mox? You wanted to see what I'm made of? Well, I hope you're ready, because this isn't just going to be any fight. This is going to be a reminder, a lesson in what it means to step into the ring with the best. When that bell rings, you're not facing some rookie, some brawler off the street. You're facing a man who spent his life perfecting every move, every strike, every step in this ring. And by the time I'm done with you, you're going to know exactly why they call me the best in the world. Moxley, you think you're ready for this, but you have no idea what you signed up for. This is bigger than just a match. This is about showing the world that CM Punk is still the man who stands head and shoulders above the rest. You're going to regret the day you tried to test me, because when that final bell rings, there will be no doubt left that the best is back, and he's here to stay. So, I mean, hey, it's the best promo we've had all night. So, we're going to take it, and let's head off to our main event, which is CM Punk versus Walter. And it got an 84, so hey, that's not too bad. In a wild brawl that had a good wrestling but didn't have much heat, CM Punk defeated Walter in 12 minutes and 40 seconds by pinfall with a crooked moonsault. That's kind of weird. I figured it would have beat him with the GTS. So the crowd at the end is hot. The wrestling rating got a 74. The crowd rating was a 47. The segment got an 84. CM Punk had an in-ring performance of 92. And Walter had an in-ring performance of 53. So I was just trying to get Walter on TV to get him some more pop, because he is not popular at all. So let's head in and check out the final rating. We got an 81, so that's not bad. The show increased in 6 regions. We would have gained popularity in Canada, but the growth was restricted due to the number of viewers. So the financial report, we made $254,967. And the pop is pretty much still the same, so that's not too bad. All right, well, that is everything for tonight. I will see everybody in the next one.